So this is a little bit of a story, I suppose, of accomplishment and reaching a goal. I wouldn't necessarily call myself an out and out, you know, target fish angler, campaign angler. But when I had access to this particular water, I had this one in my mind. I see it swimming around, and yeah, obviously naturally I wanted to go for it. It only took me a few months to land it. You might have seen already on my first video on my own YouTube, yeah, which follows me in my overnight angling style that I like to implement. Try and sort of squeeze in, like a lot of you guys, I'd imagine, between work and busy family lives, kids and stuff. It's hard to do it all. And I want to talk about how I felt around this time, because obviously I was on cloud 9 after this. Yeah, really felt that all of the hard work, all of the effort, you know, I racked up a serious amount of nights, and yeah, to get that come the end of it was happy days. And I learned a bit of a lesson, really. Now, that lesson is, once you've achieved your goal and you feel like it's job done, you've got to draw a line under it, at least for a little while. And this is what happened. So did a few sessions fairly shortly afterwards, but yeah, felt very lost. You know, I was turning up, barrowing right round to the other side of the lake, and I was really trying to force it, you know. Had the trip out in France, came back, and I mean, while I was out there, it was very much on my mind, like going and doing a recce on this other venue. Now, this venue, very similar in the sense that, you know, you've got the flow of the river to think about. You know, it's weedy, the quality of the fish, you know, the dark, the scaly. You've got some really old commons in there. It was perfect for my style of angling and the type of fishing I like doing the most, I'd say. It was great. I don't claim to be necessarily a big fish angler at all. I've grown up fishing 20s waters, and you know, the 20's still a big fish, and I think people kind of forget that nowadays. We're sport for choice. Did a few recce sessions, nothing happened. This was off the back of coming back from France. Figured out a few areas. At the time, a lot of the lake was roped off because of the weeding shore. So this, this was quite challenging, really. I was seeing fish show in a different area. I couldn't get anywhere near them. But yeah, going back to the session now, chasing the grey lady. This is me returning with a few overnight sessions after work, getting down on the lakes in dark, and getting all of my spots, getting all my wraps, and committing to an area.
that's close. So I'll be able to even put it. Nice tight line.
Conditions are unbelievable. It's end of February and it's 13, 14 degrees, big winds, quite a lot of rain last night. Yeah, we've got this little dude to show for it. Let's get back.
You spend endless hours chasing a moment that feels just out of reach. Not just a bite, not just a fish, but a reminder. It's never really about the fishing. Not in the way you think. It's about reconnecting with something deeper, a rhythm that's been lost in the noise of modern life. And in that moment, rod resting, the world still, it's like finding my flow. A place where I'm in perfect harmony with everything around me. Moving with a rhythm that feels effortless. That night, I moved swims. Nothing more happened. Not on the rods anyway. But something had shifted. Inside.
Right, I figured it's probably about the time I show you the rig I'm using, and that is the Multi-Hinge. I've been fishing it for the last probably 2 years or so, and I tend to fish sort of 6 to 7 inches. The bottom allows. On here, I've been fishing them a little bit longer. This is probably about 9 inches. Yeah, it's a rig that's done me well. I love the fact that you can change the hook really easily, especially when you're getting a large number of bites. Like it's imperative to get the rig back out as quick as possible, I think. And also, it's, I suppose, sustainable as well. You know, you're not both for the planet and your pocket. Having to retie rigs all the time is a bit of a pain in the arse. In the summer, I do like to fish D-rigs on clean ground. You do go through quite a lot of material and time. So, I tie up a few of these. Some slightly longer, some slightly shorter. Little mouse drop in a putty midway through, just kicks out the semi-stiff material nice, and then a little white pop-up on the end has been doing the bizzo. There's not much to it really. And I'll show you how to tie it. Effectively, it's just a strip back section of semi-stiff coated braid. Use whichever brand or stiffness that you like. Just a doubled over piece of chod filament. I like the pop-up section to be probably about 1.5 inches, depending. I do tie up some slightly longer ones. At this point, you want to take your coated braid through the bend you just made, and then whip up 8 times in total, and then carefully whip back down 4 times, pitch everything tight, pull through, and gently bed down. Pull tight with a figure of 8 loop knot. You all know how to tie one of those. Pull tight with a couple of puller tools. Take a little bit of putty. And sort of barrel roll and use your thumbnail to sort of flatten off the bottom. In this case, we're using size 6 101s. Pull the bait floss through, pull your looped over section through the hook, slide on your ring swivel, over the hook point. This is where I like to take a puller tool and just angle the line over my thumb, just get that shape in there, sort out the putty, and then twizzle the exposed coated braid to get that hinge point. And the hook holds on this rig are just they are insane. They are so good. Kind of feel like once that's in, it's not going anywhere. If it's on for more than 10-20 seconds, your strong likelihood is that fish is coming in. It's a great rig. It just kicks out lovely. It's really aggressive, and big fan personally of the multi-rig. So combination of a couple of my favourite rigs, and one I'd probably use for 90% of my angling. So that's the rig. Big comments.